I'd like to share with you something personal that happened to me over the many years, and it was the discovery early on that I was wearing my shoes too short. Now, as you look at my foot, the measurements, the key measurement is the back of my heel to my ball, measures a 10 at the arch and a 10.5 pushing on 11 to the toe. So what I'd always done in the past was I would wear a 10 or a 10.5, possibly an 11, but usually around a 10 or a 10.5. And as you can see across the width, my 10.5 toe measures slightly on the wide side. So it looks like I'm a 10.5 on the wide side, but in actuality, what the Brannock tool doesn't really capture sometimes is just how thick the middle of your foot is. I have what they call a high instep. So it's the ball right up to the high point of my arch, and my instep is very high. So in the end, it may look like I'm a 10, 10.5, and this is what my foot looks like in a 10 or 10.5, in a very wide shoe. So you can see, it seems like I'm okay. My ball is seated way up ahead of the flex point of the shoe, and my toes are actually quite crushed in the front. And that's an extra wide in a 10, 10.5. So as you also see, the laces don't really come tightly together like I would like. There's quite a bit of gapping there. Now, what I found through the many years was that I actually needed to go from not only a 10, 10.5, but all the way up to a 12 to ultimately get the volume that I needed for my whole foot, volume being how much I fill the shoe out. So my arch actually sits where the shoe flexes, and my toes are free, but not jamming on the end. Everything is seated nicely up there, and I'm locked in the heel. I can't stress this enough, that it isn't always what it seems when you have a shoe on. Sometimes we just need to go a little bit longer till we finally take ownership of how much room is enough room when it comes to the width and the length, especially as we toe off and squat down. So we want to make sure that we have enough room in the front. That's the journey many people go on as they try to get their shoes to fit in this store. So you want the heel to be back. You want those laces, as we always talk about, to be drawn and keep you back in the heel. You want to be wide enough so you're never crushed or sloppy in the front. And you want your toes to wiggle and never feel like they're crushed or jammed in the front. Do that, and 99% of the problems that you have with feet are going to probably back off just with the right shoe size. And of course, a quality shoe.